This is the last class analysis I will ever do because the Fang threatened to beat me in with a rock if I touched his beloved specialists. So here we are, medics. Oh boy, I sure hope no one tries mugging me while I take out the trash. Oh god, it's a homeless person. I don't have any children to feed you, please stay away. Oh, it's just you, Shining. Why do you wear that hood? It makes you look way more threatening. How's that your only set of clothes? Surely you must have something other than this to wear. Medics heal, and are arguably the weakest class in the game specifically because they are designed with the intention of healing in mind. Lots of operators have forms of self-sustain, and even other branches like healing defenders and bards can sustain other operators, so having your entire spiel be pure healing isn't very useful. Medics, that are considered good nowadays, have some form of utility, support, or damage? Yeah, I guess they do kill things now. This class is also made up of flimsy stats with no arts resistance and barely any defense, so you want to avoid placing these ops last unless it's a special case. All medics have skills that increase their healing potential because, you know, that's what they're made to do, but some of these skills have insane support or utility, which makes the operator used more. First up on our list of medic branches is the most basic of them, which is a medic? The branch is called Medic. They are the Medic archetype. Yeah, okay. The community commonly refers to these operators as single-target medics, since they can only heal one target. There's a lot of operators in this branch, such as Shining, Silence, Warfarin, and Ansel, and Calcit, for some reason, but the Grumpy Catwoman is a special case that shouldn't be grouped with the rest of the others. These operators have decent amount of healing power, but a high attack interval, taking almost 3 seconds for a single attack. They also have decent range, basically the same as anti-air snipers, allowing them to heal your other operators from afar without being in all the action. Single target medics don't see much usage nowadays because with all the other sources of sustain non-medic operators can provide, such as Saria or Skalter, their dedicated single target healing is a bit overkill for most situations. Multi-target medics are like single target medics, except they have way less attack and heal multiple targets instead. It's in the name. They can restore HP on up to 3 allies at once, which means they're good against multiple sources of incoming damage. Yeah, it's insane. Put the AoE medic where there's AoE damage. Anyways, because of their relatively low attack, they can't handle strong hits, and their range requires them to be huddled in a group of operators instead of more far back like single-target medics. Surprisingly, there's only 4 AoE medics in the game right now, who are Nightingale, Telopsis, Breeze, and Perfumer, which is way less than the billion single-target ones. Therapists have a wider range than single-target medics and the same attack stat, but targets healed in the outer tiles of their range will have the healing reduced to only 80%. Same as single-target medics, therapists can only heal operators one at a time. The lesser healing might put you off from using them, but honestly, the wide range is pretty worth. These operators are focused around minimizing status effects like Stun, Freeze, and Tallulah's Ignite. There are also event-specific statuses that can get rid of in Invitation to Wine, like the Teacup's attack speed down after death and the Dragon's Hell arts damage, but honestly it's just easier to kill these enemies instead of trying to get rid of the conditions they do. All therapist medics have something related to giving status resist to allies after healing them. Lumen, Whispering, Pure Stream, and Water Tiles are all part of this branch. Wandering medics, also known as elemental medics, can heal elemental damage done to an operator, which is indicated by the white bar that appears below an operator when they take elemental damage. Once the elemental bar drops, the operator takes a bunch of damage, which can lead into one-shot potential for ranged operators, so building a medic of this type is recommended. They'll even heal operators at full HP to restore the elemental bar, which is pretty awesome, but because their elemental healing is tied with the actual heal, and MIDI operators like Akafuyu or Mudrock can't restore any of their elemental bar via wandering medics. Wandering medics have a low attack compared to therapists or single target medics, but they have a wide range and don't have that reduced recovery that therapists have. There's no 6-star wandering medic yet, so the operators left in this branch are Mulberry, Honeyberry, and Chestnut. The only chain medic that exists right now is Paprika, and the branch is not that interesting, clearly shown by me refreshing for 10 minutes straight trying to find a support Paprika on my CN account but never finding a single one. Anyways, these medics target an op inside their range, which is identical to an AoE medic, and their heals can bounce to other operators in the 8 surrounding tiles, going up to 3 operators. Each bounce reduces the heal by 25%, meaning that on the 3rd target, the heal will only be 50% of the medic's attack. Even though chain medics won't target full HP operators in their range, the bounce will go to operators at full HP in order to heal connected operators that aren't. Right now, Paprika struggles from having healing being the only thing she does, but as soon as they give this archetype something support or utility related, it's gonna be interesting to watch. Incantation medics are the only medic branch that don't take 3 years to heal the next operator. Instead, they have an anti-air sniper range and attack enemies, dealing arts damage, healing operators in their attacker range for half the damage dealt. They have slightly less attack than a single target medic, but their healing is less reliable and less consistent because they can only restore HP for half the damage they deal and require enemies to be in their range in order to heal operators. Both incantation medics, Hibiscus Altar and Reed Altar, also have talents that inflict Arts Fragility, which is a debuff that amplifies arts damage. Since Arts Fragility is its own type of debuff, it stacks on Weakening and Saria S3's Calcification, making arts damage go crazy. Incantation medics offer a good mix of damage and healing, but in situations where they can't attack enemies, it'll be tough to get them to sustain themselves or the operators around them. Seriously? This is your other set of clothes? Well, I guess you don't look like you're trying to murder me in the back of an alleyway now. I feel like we could do you a little more justice, though. Lumen is pretty underrated. He's a therapist medic, meaning he has a wide range but has reduced healing to targets on the outside of his range. Lumen's first talent grants resist for 4 seconds to operators he healed. If the operator's HP is above a certain threshold, they'll get 6 seconds of resist instead. His second talent gives an immediate heal to allies inflicted with the status effect, having a cooldown of 12 seconds. Giving status resist in some way is mandatory for a therapist, so his first talent is standard, but Lumen's second talent is a bit eh? It's really only good if the operator in question also has missing HP to get the healing, meaning the talent is nice for nervous impairment and defense crusher stuns, but other than that, it's not going to see a lot of regular use. The real reason why Lumen is gaming is because of his third skill. It gives him some attack and attack speed, and increases his healing effectiveness to 200%. On skill activation, Lumen gets 8 ammo and prioritizes healing operators with status effects, immediately cleansing the status at the cost of ammo. If the operator does not have any status effects, then no ammo is consumed on the heal, and Lumen will continue to have this attack and attack speed up until he has no ammo left. So, hypothetically, if he just never got to use it on anyone, then he would have awesome healing. Which is what you do with him. You place him down, wait a minute for his skill to charge, and then win. He has a wide range and extremely high heal per second, great for AFK gaming. Lumen can even sustain himself against a max stacked Phase 1 1017 hard mode Manfred. Go crazy, bro. His status removal is handy too, but honestly I wouldn't trade his heals for status removal in most situations. Alright, so hear me out. Come on, you didn't even hear me out. No, put it on. I'm sure it'll look wonderful on you. See, there we go. You look fabulous.